Ion, just the man we were looking for, brother. So what happened? I mean, that's your boy, so it is. But like now we could just laugh about it because nothing's gonna change anyway, right? Laugh through the pain. You know what's interesting to me about the Envy situation? A lot of the players also tweeted like, "This is ridiculous," and they know what happened, surely. So why they got my brother? I mean, you tell us, Ion. We don't know. Do you think okay, Ion? Can you at least? And you don't have to answer this. I'm not trying to like get you to like yourself or something. Like I don't know. But do you think that based on what you know, because I think you know the whole story, do you think it was a justified ban in any way, shape, or form? No? You don't? Okay. Interesting. You're asking his best friend. Look, I think no matter what, the fact that multiple people that are around him, yes, there's a bias, but I also think there are people smart enough in his group to be able to objectively give an opinion to, like, okay, you know what? Like, I understand why they did what they did. He's giving a public statement in your chat. He can't be honest. I'm pretty sure he said that to his stream too, probably. What? Do you think he's just lying about that not being deserved? That's later down the road. Him saying it on stream is still a public statement, and you're not going to torture a friend in front of stands, especially when the real reason isn't going to be made public. Well, you don't know that. Maybe the real reason will be made public, you know? Who knows? But my point is, like, him just straight up saying no means it's clearly just a no. Like, there's no other way about it. No. The reason I think I asked a question like that is because why? Okay, I'll say from my perspective. Say if I'm on a team and Sam gets banned, right? For something, like say it's a 12-month ban, and I genuinely feel like it's justified to some degree, even if it's a little bit. I'm not answering that question. So it's clear to me that most people in the Envy camp don't believe that this was a fully justified ban in any way. So I, based off that, can at least assume that this was to make an example. Because the only assumption I can make, which I think is a fair one, is that it was a repeated offense, not a one-time offense. And how else do you stop someone from doing something, take something very precious away, and let the message be known that anyone else who around will find out, is what I'm thinking. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I don't know. I'm not police. I'm just saying I can understand making an example out of it from a company's perspective. What I don't like, the argument I don't like that people are making in favor of Kane, like you can be in support of Kane all day. You can sit there and say it's not a justified ban all day. But one argument I don't like is the 18-year-old, he had his whole career ahead of him argument. Because that already clearly shows your bias towards a younger player compared to an older one. Like, I think that this would have been handled the same way and should be handled the same way for any player that does it later. Older, younger, in their prime, doesn't matter. So I think that thing, I don't like that argument. I think that's a silly argument. Old person take? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. Younger kids make more mistakes than older people because older people made those mistakes already and got scolded for them. Making mistakes is a part of life, so it's a punishment for them. Is that like a defense or like against? So you're saying, okay, I know what you're saying. But I could also get out of that since he's younger, he's more prone to making mistakes. So he should be treated a little bit differently. However, to that, if it's a repeated offense on the same thing he's been warned on, which I don't know if it is, but let's just say, I have to make that assumption since he got banned. It wasn't just a first time thing. If somebody repeatedly does something that are completely against the rules, I don't give a how of a rule you think it is or how much you don't care about the rule. If that rule isn't followed over and over and over again, then I feel like there has to be a consequence. I'm not saying 12-month ban is what's required for that, but again, I think it's just to set an example. Doesn't mean punish the guy, but doesn't mean ruin his life for it. Do you think a 1-year ban is really ruining someone's life? Because wouldn't you argue that he's young, he'll still be able to bring it back? I think a part of me wants to believe that it's an unjustified reason and there's no way he should get that ban. But the other part of me, the older part of me, and the corporate side of like how things go, there has to be a justified reason on Riot's end. Just has to be. Like, this must have been bad. There's just no way otherwise. Like, when we played CS with Valve, you can get away with a lot of. The only time I saw anyone get banned was for throwing and had somehow found evidence of throwing. It's like hard to get banned by Valve. But Riot, like, you really don't f around with Riot. You just don't. Like, they are very strict on their policies with certain things.